Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages. Hello, my friends, and welcome to this week's Hunting Lodge. I almost said tackle box, and oh my goodness, wow, that's just... that was something. That's how we start things off. OBS, why do you do me this way? Good morning, my friends. It's so good to see you all. Welcome to this week's Hunting Lodge. If we haven't met before, my name's Jaxie Beard. Call me Jaxie, call me Beard, call me bread, butter. It doesn't really matter. We're here to enjoy, talk about, and even go for a little hunt in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Talk about some of the things going on, some of the things that are happening, moving and shaking. What's up, everybody? Good to see you, chat. Good to see everybody. Welcome. First off, has everybody been in game? Have you managed to pick up your cosmetics? Because, as you can see, our team has been having a lot of fun with this. They've been able to actually get some stuff going for us for all of the different events, these seasonal events that come up that for so long we didn't have anything happening. It's really cool to see our artists having some fun. And don't worry, in and amongst all this, it's not affecting anything to do with our progression on developing new stuff. They kind of work these things in when they have chances because, let's face it, the artists aren't full on all the time. So they've had a lot of fun with it, and I hope you guys have really been enjoying it. We have some friends in the angler and might be upset to see I was sitting in a lawn chair and game. So let's go take a look at some of these. Let's get some volume up in here. There we go. Awesome. Before we get moving and grooving, I'm already in, I'm over on we're on New Zealand right now. I just have a lot of fun on this map. It's just a great map to casually hunt around. You've got a couple great ones that you have the possibility of finding here. You get some great diamonds, some great hunting, and quite different styles of hunting depending on what you're after too, and how you do it, of course. But let's get to this first. So let's take a look at the Malmer. I don't really want to change this. I love this skin. It is one of my favorites, but there are some beauties that have been brought in with this one. Now we have two events, and that's actually to do with the naming. Hold on, let me see it here. What was it? Two events, hearts and dragonscales. I don't choose the names of the streams, but clearly I'm missing something. Dragonscales got to be one of the skins. So let's take a look. I always like to look at the camo wraps first. Pretty easy to find. I love that we've got this. I hope everybody is enjoying these cosmetics. You know, we went for such a period of time where we didn't have any way to customize our weapons. The community was so loud about this, and we came up with it. But our artists came to realize how much fun it is and how they're able to create with it. And it's brought us some real beauties, like some of this stuff. You know, would you ever, well, I mean, now that actually is pretty sharp, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, it's just great, all the way from the New Year's stuff right in. But let's take a look at the Valentine's Day. Where are we here? Hold on, did I go too far? I went too far. Here's the Valentine's Day. I'm just reading. Some of it's interesting. It's, yeah, you know, like, people like the variety, and that's one thing we've heard, is they like the different types of variety. I think I kind of like the hearts, I ain't gonna lie about it. Maybe mix this up with the Easter cosmetics, we might get something pretty flashy. But it's pretty cool. All you have to do is be signed into, log into the game, be signed into your Apex Connect account. You'll have this, and you'll have access to the Hunt Club beta missions that are creeping around surrounding these. So, what do we think, chat? What do we think, chat? Nice cosmetics. You like them? Got both. Nice. Got your ones last night. So now you got a bright red 308. I love it, Lone Star. Hunter Call the Wild's your favorite. Love to hear it, my man, on YouTube. Chinese Year of the Dragon. Yes, much respect. The Lunar New Year event, the Spring Festival, is pretty cool around the globe. Here in Vancouver, it's a big deal. They have these great parades, and it was pouring rain this year, and their attendance was mind-blowing, which is really good because we need that right now. But yeah, pretty cool. So we've, now we've got, so that's the Valentine's Day stuff, and let's move up to here, take a closer look, because I actually think this guy right here, I guess it's not really digital. It's got some neat colorings on it, like the way the gold reflects on it is pretty dang cool, man. That's pretty dang cool. And of course, I want to get right down to the urban style. That's pretty neat. Some of the best cosmetics we've had introduced in this game has been through our seasonal events, and I love that. I mean, it's all free, and here you go, gifts to the community. It's our artists having some fun. You know, we kind of cut them loose, and they've created some great stuff. So if you haven't got it yet, make sure to log into the game. The event runs until the 24th. I believe there was some messaging that said the 22nd. And I'll double confirm that for you for next week. But I'm pretty sure I saw a correction that it's running to the 24th where you're able to redeem it. Until then, I know some of our players, you know, they're sometimes out of town and such. So, yeah, get after it while it's available. Good chance it'll come up next year. But nonetheless, like, I still love the Easter stuff, man. I do. I've got it on my 243. But here we go. So, kind of neat with all the red. You know, big part of it all. Kind of... Would they see you coming? I actually kind of like that. Is that strange? I don't think I could ever do this IRL. I'd be afraid of landing planes on me while I'm in the bush. But it's so neat to have in game. Arguably, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not on this one. There are more. You can take a look. Like, if you look at the materials, you have to go through and you'll find them all. Different ones for different packs. So here's the New Year. Here, right here. Did we only get the one in this? We did here. That blue metal from the Midsummer is one I get everybody requesting. Didn't manage to get that bad boy. Oh, we'll go on this one. But, yeah, it's pretty dang cool. You've got all the customizations, MD. Nice, brother. Even though I'm dying for you news on a new map, you guys are doing an incredible job. Thank you. Hey, we're dying to give you news on it, too. There's not really much I can tell you about that yet. We're working towards that end, my friend. Cosmetics are nice. Nice calling, man. Love to hear it. So you can't say Easter, is that too controversial? I'll say Easter, I'll say Merry Christmas. That's reflected on me. I know everyone's got their different views, and I respect it all. Some people don't celebrate it and stuff, but yeah, no, there's none of that here. We're all good, man. Got your green going moose with the Lunar Cosmetics. Nice! Well, I like hearing that kind of thing. Give my thanks to the devs and the artists. This is one of the best community-driven devs I've ever had the pleasure of supporting. Can't sing high enough praises. David, thank you. We certainly try. We can't please everybody. I've actually seen over on Steam, I don't know why people are upset about it, but some folks are like, oh, we don't want any more cosmetics, too many cosmetics. Is it more better? If it's not impacted any development and our artists are able to do it, isn't that a good thing? Anyhow, nonetheless, I don't think we got any. No, I didn't. Oh, there was a lunar one that came in. Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of dig that. Did we get a... There's the Valentine's right there. Oh, interesting. I have a few friends that might very much like that. Very, very cool. Anyhow, don't want to spend too much time on it. Go ahead and jump in. Check it out now. You have until the 24th for the Valentine's Day. I'm not sure about the Lunar New Year. Did it just finish? Or it's still going, I think. Love to be able to use cosmetics on scopes, though. Yeah, we're getting there. You know, you have the addition now of being able to use them on the tents. You know, it's nice to have that extra customization. And we get that. I'd like to see it on the quads as well. Let's get a wrap on the quads. Could you imagine quad full of hearts coming at you full speed? I mean, it's not going to kill you, but it could push you off a cliff. I'm sorry. All right, so what are we doing? This is my classic loadout. This is the loadout I love to take with me for most reserves. It covers just about everything. Sometimes I tweak it a little, but 7mm, the 308, very similar. 7mm for that little bit extra oomph, and of course, the 308 for like all semi-automatic goodness. What we really need... The 7mm and a semi-auto, that wouldn't be OP. No, not at all. No, that's just definitely not a concern. And then, you know, all the other stuff I bring with me. I do actually have, I should actually show you. It's something that I've seen a lot of conversation about this. Before we get hunting, I want to talk about this for a second, okay? Scent Eliminator. A lot of new players come to the game and they see a lot of the veteran players don't use it, and they hear, well, it's garbage, it doesn't do anything. And, you know, honestly, it kind of works like it does IRL. Not so great. There's a chance of it working, hence why it's in the game. So what I typically do is I use it in an instance where I have something I need to shoot, and my wind is terrible. maybe they're already smelling me. I can see their alert. I'll hit that spray. I'll blast it 3 times because there's an RNG chance of it actually taking and working with that particular animal. And then if it lasts, you really only get it to last for like a minute. So it doesn't last very long, but it buys you time to shoot. So I do carry it with me. I very rarely have to use it, but that just to help folks understand it does work. There's a chance of it working. We've talked about this for some time. Don't have exact numbers, but there is an RNG. You'll spray nothing. You'll spray nothing. You'll spray. Hey, I don't smell nothing. Yeah, so you know, if you got the room, but I wouldn't make room for it. But definitely good to have with you. Okay, we are on Tierra, and we're up in the ranges. We're just gonna take a peek on the lake. So I'm at Red Deer drink time right now. We poked around with my fallows, and I wanted to see what's happening with my reds. It was really hard not to go right back to fallows, but I should have 2 groups out here. We'll see if it's changed much since the last time I poked around. Sometimes I get some stragglers over on that side, but let's go take a peek. Let me catch up on chat and put it on a slow crawl. Hey, right on, Corey. Welcome, brother. Good to have you, my man. Good to have you. Ignore the cosmetic haters. They don't speak for the joy. The skins are awesome. Absolutely. You guys know how it goes, right? Someone's upset. They're the loudest in the room, right? You know, if you're happy, you're probably not going to go and scream how happy you are. And we read everything. And well, we already covered it there. We are community driven. We want that known because we want your feedback. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, you can't please everybody, but you still got to address it. You still got to look at it. A couple 6s over here, I believe. 6 and a 5. Okay. Have anybody lingering? A little 4. That's a good little 4. You just hang out over there. We're not too concerned. Oh, there you go. And a 5. I like how you're all centered. So now give me something big over here just to even it out. Oh, it's the way that rack is interfered. I thought I was seeing. Okay, at first I thought it was a piebald. We've all done it. Realize it's absolutely not. Don't waste time shooting. A couple 6s. There they are. Another group? No, that's it. We should have another group. Okay. All right. We'll move down here. Is there time for my future updates? So we're doing something new. We moved past a map release in the last one. We went with the dog. The dog is equally as much work as a map. And that enabled our map designers to start and work and put extra time into the reserve that is being worked on now. When that's coming, I'm not entirely sure. We don't have anything to announce on that. I feel like we're just saying this every stream. We will definitely tell you when we get closer, but you know, we have something coming before that. So we're a little ways off, my friends. I don't want to build any false expectations. I try every week to tell you guys to walk you off that ledge. You know? I think we're gonna probably poke 6s. How far are you off? Where are you? You're right across from right there. Well, we'll maybe take this guy and maybe shoot that guy over there. Yeah, let's go for it. Actually, let's go ahead and use our Malmer 7mm because thing's a beast. Our pleasant little beast. We'll give him a little love, and then there was nothing else down further there. None of you to hear me, not concerned. Hi. Oh, hey, there's a 7 hanging around over there. He's a tentative. I'm okay with that. Calm, cool, collective. Oi. Don't mind me just doing squats first thing in the morning here. I love that 7 rack. It just absolutely gets me. That'll do it. Okay, let's run around and pick those up. Beautiful. What is your opinion on a new weapon pack? We get the power pack, then we need a dangerous pack. A dangerous pack includes 4 rifles and the following. Oh, very specific. Very specific. I mean, I'll be straight. I think your best bet in how you can go about and get things noticed and looked at is, well, for starters, by putting posts up into the Discord so it doesn't get lost, it doesn't get buried. And putting some info alongside it as to why. Right? Because that's really what it comes down to, I think, with adding new weapons, is that our designers need to see a usefulness. We're at a point where we don't want to just add things, although you have a really good lineup there, I'm not going to lie. There's a great lineup, and I think that there's arguably some great weapons there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as we move forward on the gaps they try to fill in, because we've seen that. We saw that recently. You know, one of the things they wanted was something a little out of the norm, and we got the electronic collar. Now, you know, for those that are using the electroner, the electroner. Did I just like shorten that down? It's like, man. Okay, the electronic collar. It's actually quite useful, and those that have really discovered its usefulness will attest to that. It was kind of neat seeing them fill that in. I'd personally like to see things like myself, my own asks. I'd like a break. I'd like a break. I'd like some shooting sticks. I'd like oh my god, I have a big wish list. Because as far as rifles and stuff go, I'd maybe like some bigger options. Like, we did get the power pack. That's kind of nice, right? That's kind of nice, but we still really only have, for big rifles, you're really using the 338 or the 300, right? It's a little, you know, the 338 with the follow-ups can be a little dicey. The 300 hits just not quite as hard, and I really prefer that hard hit with the extra caliber, but it's still extremely effective. Yeah, I think there could be a fill-in there, perhaps. Electronic's too heavy. That's by design. It would be too OP if you could carry multiple, have multiple on the same map. You can in multiplayer, and we've seen how that can be a little bit OP. But, you know, it also, by carrying that, you really actually don't need to carry other colors. So there is that to consider. Guys just want a little bit of love, right? Okay. All right. Well, we'll send a little bit your way. We'll zero it for 300. Oomph. Go and pick that up too. This guy. Okay. The older community driven. That's not a good way to start things off. I'm gonna be honest. Listen to the community about new maps, backfield ammo, some new great ones, redo some fruit types that have been around for too long. Game's still very fun, and don't get me wrong, it's getting very stale. That's what's so don't fumble this new map. And great one. We haven't confirmed anything about a great one. So if you've been around for a while, then you've seen that it's absolutely something we do constantly, is addressing issues. It's a major focus for us, and we have a very talented and fleshed out QA team where that's all that they do. So I can appreciate from a player standpoint, you're playing a AAA title, although they still have a lot of issues. They also have a very large budget and are able to just load up staff to make things happen so much quicker. So there's that. As far as the rest, well, it comes down to manpower and what we're able to do with our team. And everything has to make sense and everything has to jive. So there is stuff on the back end that if you're not in the industry, maybe you don't really see how it works and stuff. I can understand that. Our team certainly does their best. I can promise you that. I don't think what you said has anything to do with being community driven. I'm just going to be straight up with you, my man. I've seen you around and I'm glad to have you here, but I'm just going to be straight. Community driven is listening and doing our best to action on that. Just because the community asks for something doesn't mean we can make it happen. Right? So just because everyone's asking for this, why aren't we getting this? That doesn't mean that can happen. And there's often reasons for that. Technical reasons, bandwidth. We like to say bandwidth a lot, right? That's something I had to get used to working with the team. Bandwidth. Basically manpower and how you can put things from here to there, because everything is this big moving machine with all these gears moving independently yet together, right? And you have to keep them all. And if you take one gear and put it on a different task and it's in a different motor, that motor's not going to fire anymore. I don't know why I'm using this analogy, but it makes sense in my brain. I hope that helps. I try to pass along what I've learned as best that I can. That's that 5 over there, right? I don't really want to do a ton on this lake here. That's about all I'm going to put in. We had another one around here. Where did we shoot this other guy? Shot that one there, and the other one's over there. Okay, let's go. I love more primitive weapons: spear, blowgun, slingshot. You see an M1A. Okay, run to the wish list. This portion of the show now. What's up? Oh, so y'all gonna address the crashing problems or something? Oh, just don't care about. Must be your first time here. Welcome, my friend. Also, what about random trophies deleted out of the lodges? I see 5 more people. Great ones we do. I have not heard of that whatsoever. I would urge those people to please submit a ticket so we're aware and we can help with that. That doesn't sound like something I've heard happening at all, my friend, unfortunately. Okay, let's tackle it. Are we going to address the crashing problems? We do our best. Now, we're across all platforms right now, and I'm going to be straight. When you see a PS5 compared to a PS4, it's really hard to keep a client running on both because of older aging hardware. I'm just being straight. Same thing happens with older GPUs. If you're on like a 1050 or a 970, you're going to see a lot more issues than someone who's on a 3000 series or a 40 series. So sometimes the crashing is just out of our hands. Crashes that we are aware of, those take priority. Like, man, I can't begin to tell you. I work pretty closely with our QA team, so I actually get to see what they're doing. And I often try to get information to them as quick as I can, because the quicker we can get the information, the quicker they can act on it. And it's difficult. It is difficult because everything that gets fixed has to be tested because more can break. Thus is the risk with a hot patch. Yeah. So if there's a crash you're experiencing, I highly urge you to report it. What I see often is people will go into our social platforms and say they're crashing, but then we don't have any information on, there's a lot that our support will ask. Submitting a ticket is by far the best way to get these in front of our team so we can action on them, right? I'll tell you a good one that as comparison, we recently had an update in the Angler, and there was some issues that came up. Now our team, they were absolutely going wild getting this fixed. So the patch, they develop, they get it, okay, it's got to get tested. They do this all in a short time frame, right? Because it's a patch. You're trying to get it out there to fix an issue. And they're going off of what's been reported. Well, the patch, it's all pretty much finalized. It's going to be out. Actually, I think it is. Then it's, but what about the noise coming from the boat? Well, it wasn't reported. It was talked about amongst people in the various platforms, but it wasn't reported. There was no ticket, and so it got missed on that one. Now the team has to go in and then spend more time on trying to figure that and to get another patch and to go through that whole process again. So it's a tough one, man. It is. It really is. Okay, dog, do work. I'm just trying to be transparent with you guys and tell you sort of the process and how it happens. Sometimes we don't see the stuff in time, right? So it's good that we're so close to our community that we're able to, honestly, when I see something, I generally shoot people a message, or I'll talk on whatever platform it is where it's being brought up, and they're generally pretty good at getting back to me. It's a tough one, man. Video games, it's a lot more to it than we all thought. Just the 6, nothing fancy, nothing great. I want to go and check out. It's been a while. I think it was here. It's been a while since I poked around with this. My mic's a bit quiet. Are you sure? Jeez, nothing's changed. I hope I'm not too loud. Test. Okay, well, we'll go with that. What's up, Patowski? Good to see you, brother. Kudos for today's Angry Hotfix. Oh, man. I wish you guys could have seen that. Literally gas fighting daily, trying to get it out sooner. But there's a whole process, Oh, yeah. They did good. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. Hey. Was it not here? It's here. Whoa. Oh, okay. All right, we got a mythical. What was this lake, right? We had, well, it was a mythical, so it didn't come back any better, but... Wait, what? There are 2 mythicals side by side. I'll take it. Oh, that one's sort of blocked anyway, so we're probably not going to get in there. and a 6. This is where all my big boys come to play. He's totally locked in right there. I don't know. You're a bit close to that tree for my liking. I don't think that's going to fly. Okay, we're probably going to botch the one, but hit the other. Let's see what we can do. Dog. Lay down, son. let's see what we can do with these guys. I guess I'll 0 for 150. I'm going to actually try and squeeze that one through there. And then that one should have brought him home. Oh, is he in a funky kind of kick? Tell me that got a hold of them. As long as they go down, I'm not worried about trophy. That's music to my ears, hearing those shells. I guess some animal backfields, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm also on the school of thought. I'll be truthful with you. Now, like, regardless of what I want, that doesn't affect. Trust me, I've learned to be very arbitrary, and I echo the things that the community is saying to our devs, whether I want it or not. Oh my goodness! Oh, I thought he was smaller. I'm not a big fan of backfills because these maps were designed with these animals in mind, with this lineup as is. When we add more, we're removing others. It's not like all of a sudden this reserve is going to grow by 1,000 animals. What we've seen in the past is animals need to be removed because we need to keep up performance between the PS5s and the PS4s, for example. That's just a great number to use. It's not necessarily just them. Same thing with PC, same thing with Xbox. I'm just giving it to you straight because I don't think everyone thought it through when they wanted all these backfills, and then wolves show up on somewhere like Medved and change the whole hunt, and people aren't happy. But more to my point, more what I think, I'm not a big fan of backfills because I think we should just focus on a new map with new species. That's where my head goes. That's what I like. But I support everybody, and I echo what the community says because, man, I'm your representative of the team. I tell them straight up, this is what people are asking for. So if there are backfills you want to see, put them into the Discord. Get a thread going. Let's get some support behind. There is actually some in there already. So before you start one, make sure to go and add to others. It's great to get that. Like when you see what the community's done with the Big 5 thread over the last little while, it's just like skyrocketing with support, all the upvotes and everything. It's awesome. Did we only got the one down? Oh well, let's go see which one it was. It is Valentine's Day. Is that tomorrow or the next day? It's tomorrow, right? Wow. Yes, and happy Valentine's to you too. Too difficult to add a server browser to Xbox. They don't. It is actually. It's something that Xbox. It has to do with the platform, what they provide, and we don't have the option. That's why it's just never appeared. They were just talking about this the other day. Our devs. There was a whole conversation about it. That's why I'm quite schooled on it at the moment. But it all comes down to each platform is different in what they offer, and what you're able to do. And just with the way our coding goes and so on and so forth, yeah, it wasn't able to happen, which is unfortunate. It'd be a nice little feature, right? I mean, because we have it on PC. I didn't see the blood. It's probably right over by that tree. The dog's on it. No, you're searching for it. You got it. Got it, buddy. One went that way, one went that way. We're gonna zig, we're gonna zag. What? Oh. Wow, that's different. I'm surprised. You don't really oh, we'll just move on. D-Mart at the moment, we're on Tiara Aurora. Yo, what up, Dome Slayer? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, we do need more Blacktail. That's something they tried to do with the last backfill run. It just isn't a good fit anywhere for... I mean, we can just plunk it in and say, it's here now, but fortunately, with the maps that we currently have, there isn't a fit for it anymore. It's sad. I really like the Blacktail, dude. Are we tracking one that didn't go down? Is that what we're doing, dog? It's what I think we're doing. I think the other one went down. I think this one's we're not gonna go much farther. He's taking me on a wild goose chase. Grinding's what makes the games fun. The grinding community is certainly growing. Yes, yeah, you'll find that in some of our core community. The vast majority of players are still hunting casually. I'm going back. I'm going back, dog. But I still think there's things we can do to make the grinding experience more fun. What up, Angel? How's it going? Shelbitator, how you doing? Welcome. What up, Moose? See you, my man. The cool bud, I do like him let the game take me where it takes me. I just that. Alright, well, move on to other things, because I don't even know. I don't even know. It's early for me, battle live. Ugh. Had a hard time getting up today. What's wrong as of late? Yeah, these guys have already moved back in. I don't know, you circled around, you said enough of that. I could have just jumped back to my tent and maybe had another crack at something. But we do have one on the ground here, and I'm, focused on chat. Oh, goodness. Do you know what we're missing? Oh, hello. We're missing some shots ringing out. Just some sixes over there. They were hanging out when I came, so you see they're pretty much where my tent and stuff. Oh, did you remove my tent? That just happened? Did that just happen real time? My tent was right here. You did too. No way. Well, look, rip. It had been in a pretty good spot for quite some time, but clearly they're not liking it. I'm going to have to move my setup down over here. There's not a lot of room at this lake, as we can see. I guess I'll take a pop of one of these guys. We'll take this guy here. He's looking kind of tantalizing. I bet he'd fill the freezer. Let's crack him with the 308. Let's just see how we do with the 308. You know how it performs. We can give it some follow-up love, so it won't go quite as far. All right, dog. Dang it, dog. You're not doing me a solid here right now. Oh, they both died. They have both died. All right. I guess we're tracking them all down. We'll leave that one last because I still have the tent on my map. I just don't show it right now, so we'll see. Oh no, it's not a bug. Your tents will get removed if they're in high traffic areas. It's long been a thing in the Hunter. It's just the game. It moves the animals when they're out of render, out of screen, so you're not looking at them. And if there's anything in its way, it removes it. Anything that's not, a fixed asset like a tree, that sort of thing. So, it's all about finding those right spots. Like it really is. This is why we want beavers. This is why we want, even if it's just for like an April Fool's event would be awesome. We'd have to patch it in. There'd be all kinds of people. Oh my goodness. And then why do we have cosmetics? Why don't we have the beaver cosmetics? That could go so wrong. Let's go, dog. Hurry up. Tried grinding a great one. It did take all the fun out of the game for me personally. I haven't played too much. Casual roams. It's yes. Please don't burn out. Grinding isn't for everyone. For those that like it, love it. And it is another way to play. And honestly, I think it's great to see people get so involved in it. These are dedicated players that are putting so much time and energy into getting these trophies. They're out there pushing sometimes thousands of kills just to get the appearance of a great one. But it's not for everybody. I tried to urge that caution. See, I see a lot of our new players get in and they think the only thing to the game is the diamond, is the great ones, and how do I get it? How do I grind? They haven't even hit level 20, and they're wanting to set up a grind. You need to discover the game fully before you grind, in my opinion, or it's just not going to have a life for you. And then you need to decide on what it is and how it is you want to play. Right? There it is up there on the crown. Holy. Well, we didn't botch that. The sun was in my eyes, which changed the angle on the scope. Oh, look, an edible. Mm, mm. I guess because I was off zeroed and I pointed too much at the center, it dropped. I was zeroed for 300. That's my bad. All right, and then we'll actually... That sure looked funny. Come on, you've all done it. We'll just fast travel back. See if our Ted back there? Okay. We are magic. All right. This guy would have gone far, but this other guy might have, so let's go and grab him. We'll go back and get him. You gotta pick up your kills, man, or they don't progress on your respawns. I want to bag one great one red deer this year. You can casually do it, too. You can casually grind. Some great grinders out there. Highly recommend going and checking them out. A lot of our partners are into it. You get some good tips and tricks on it. And, of course, same with the casual as well. What up, Mr. Schrader? Good to see you, my dude. What's that? Interesting. Yeah, I wish setting up tents near bush and foliage wasn't restricted. You cannot place tent here, not enough room. It comes down to the landscape. It has to be flat enough, essentially. Or if you're too close to something, I guess picture imaginary poles and tent lines. I don't, yeah, there is restrictions as to where you can place them in the game. Okay, dog. Trackety, trackety. That was an interesting noise. You're idling. Track. Do tracks. Are we in the middle-ish? It was right by one of these trees, right? Did we get the one down? We got what looks like two. Is that only one? And I'm thinking I'm seeing two down below. Whatever. I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's just get that up. You don't have to drive yourself to insanity like me. You go hard, Mel. You do, and then you burn out hard. I see it happening. You know, you got to find that balance, man. It's the same actually as a creator and creating. Find a balance, right? Just don't know. You can't burn out. The same goes with gaming, right? On any game, especially games that can have a grindier aspect to it. That's why they call it grinding, right? It's you got balance. Balance is key. Balance is key. All right, let's take a look at this. 6. Yep. Oh, wow, that's just fantastic. Is it 10 yet? I kind of want to go and take a peek and take a poke. See what the fellows are doing. Can't help it. What up, Sloke? See you, my man. You'd have room to get a four-wheeler out. I mean, you're not wrong, Corey. We just slide those things right out of our dang tent. What up, Snail Rancher? Fellas, how you doing? Hello, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I grind to get a great one or diamond, but not specific rocks first, etc. Rather than picking species. Yeah, and some people do that. There's lots of ways that our players play. You think of how the game has really traversed and changed in all this time and like what it's gone through, man. That chocolate fur gets me every time. Fallows are starting to come in. Have any reds creeping around here still? It's a bit late to bounce. Well, a bit early because they come in at like, it's 9, right? Where's our, where you at there, fallow? 10. Yeah, so earlier than I thought. Where did you guys go? Look at the contrast of that thing standing out. It just looks so good. I actually want to shoot that. I do. I really want to shoot that. Let him come just a little closer. Lay down, son. Pick that bad boy up. I just can't get over. I know it's old news now, but the white and the chocolate fur variations that came with the rework on the animal as we do the reworks. Just to a comment earlier as why we don't rework, but we do. And really though, it does make quite the difference, doesn't it? I think that's one of the better ones too that have happened. I was a fan when we redid the moose. I was a fan when we redid the bear. And actually, I quite was pretty happy when we did the whitetail. They all got reworked. See where I'm going with this. What's that? Looks like Bido's damn, it's a rock or tree. I get that all the time. Oh my goodness. Angelic Crusader. Wow, it is so good to see your name. How are you? Last I saw you was running around on an ARC server. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, right? Look at this. Isn't that just one of the best fur variations on these guys? Looks so good. Here, let's take a better look here. I just, there's something, I don't know. That looks so good. I've never seen a fallow like this. Now, we have fallow here in BC. They're small. They were actually introduced by the British way back when, the 1800s or something like that, on Vancouver Island. And so they're an island deer. They're stuck over there, and they're so much smaller than the fallow that I've seen, like in our game, through Europe, that sort of thing. But I've never seen one like this. That's pretty dang cool. Man. Our classic and this game, the same dev team? No, not at all, Roger. Never were. Each studio is different. Just like our Angler and our Hunter Call of the Wild teams are different. Our sister studios, Systemic Reaction, they're all different. But we all fly under the Avalanche banner. Hello! Goodbye! Only a counter map can bring me back to this game. Hey, right on, man. Cool. Maybe someday. We'll see. But balance is key. And I tell everybody that, right? Like, if you're not enjoying something, you shouldn't be doing it. If you're enjoying something too much, then you might need to go and touch grass. That's my biggest issue. I get wrapped up into things. They're so close to the tent. Didn't see them when I popped in. Could maybe take that guy right there. Did I see a head in front of him? Or am I seeing things? Don't like how you're clipped with that land, but we'll see what happens here. Alright, let's get the old Malmer out again. That'll give it the love it needs to lay down and have a dirt nap. Ooh. There's something there. Does fallow taste like whitetail? I'm not even sure, man. I've never tasted fallow. That's a tough one because, like, well, I guess like comparing whitetail to mule deer, right? It really depends on the deer, right? Some are gamier than others, and that's affected by the age. It's also affected by, did that thing get excited? Was there adrenaline pumping? Testosterone pushing after you shot it? Was it a clean kill? And then, of course, the more superstitious, did you get the scent glands off right away? There's lots that kind of contribute to it, so I would imagine it tastes similar. TK could tell you, he's hunted a lot of fallow. He's got some good trophies up there. I'll ask him. He keeps threatening me to take me out for a good time when I make it over to Sweden next. Palworld and Touch of Grass don't work well. Palworld has grass, and glass. They don't have glass, but they got grass. So you can't look through the glass at the grass. But you can move outside of where would have been the glass and touch the grass. Better than touch a glass. I don't even know what's happening. You guys are affecting my brain in weird ways. Don't they split teams? What's that? No, it was never the one team. It was never split. It was never the same team, I should say. It's like NEM and Leighton are both in Canada. You could be wrong. Leighton, to me, feels like Canada. It feels just like Merritt. Just like Merritt, BC. I love that rack. Like to a T. You can ask my buddy Sean Johns. He flew up and came hunting with me one year, and I took him to Merritt. Went up to a place called Boss Lake and stuff. And yeah, he took so many pictures saying this is Leighton Lakes. But it's styled after Pacific Northwest. New England Mountains, you're still on the same sort of, is it latitude or longitude that runs east to west? I always mix those two up. But you're kind of still on that same, right? But it's on the other coast, right? New England is like Maine kind of area. What? What's happening today? First, I'd love to see render rework. Maybe add some seasonal racks that have variations instead of fruit type. So That's a great idea. I don't think you'd see seasonal though. The problem with seasonal is that it things need to be patched in and patched out. Although, what a great idea! What a great idea! Like if you could time an update on that. Let's just say that Rax went through Velvet. If you could do something along those lines, you have to patch in and out. If you could time that, because we typically have like a weapon pack or something in spring, right? And then we have another one in fall. Could maybe work. That's an interesting one. Actually, I really like that idea. I'm not going to lie about it. But definitely something that I would get into the Discord. Please. And tag me if you don't mind. If you do that. People here in Wyoming are gaming or due to the sagebrush diet. Yeah, and everything else, as I said, it comes down to the game. Area 2, you raised a good point. Area as well. Because, it's funny, the bear's a great example. What we used to take bear up at, we hunted Greenwood, which is, it's interior in BC. They call it the interior, but it's really not. North a lot. It's still pretty close to the border. But it's beautiful hunting. And we used to hunt bear up there. We don't anymore, per se. What am I doing? Am I just walking for the sake of talking? Let's bounce over here while I'm doing said walking and talking. Here, let's look out here before we bounce a little bit. And the bears, so I would hunt bears there, and then I hunted bear a lot up at 100 Mile. And the area I hunted at 100 Mile, we realized the bears were actually in the dump a lot. And it changes their flavor. Dump bears. That sounds terrible, right? It does. It changes the flavor. So you're right. You're absolutely right. I could see that after eating different brush, how that would really change it. I know. Wouldn't velvets be wild, folks? That would be... did we just come up with something, all of us together on stream there? That's wild. We need to make sure that lands on Discord. What up, Kevin? Good to see you, brother. Dude, do you not ever have any... Oh, who are we talking? Oh, someone going... Ignore... I'm sorry. I try not to ignore... I try to read all the comments. Good, the bad, and the ugly. We really don't get much... Lately, we've had a few. People are discontent right now. Some people are discontent. Okay? I get it. I see it. Right? Well, why didn't we get a map? And I'm like, well, we're doing things differently. We're trying something new. Right? You've enjoyed the game thus far. Be patient and check it out. Let us do our thing, and our thing is based off of what the community has told us they want. So we're trying, my friends. We're trying. But don't engage chat. If you don't like what somebody said, it's, no point in doing that. I probably shouldn't be addressing this because there's like 2 people out there. But we have, across all platforms, 500 right now watching? So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. I try to listen to it all. And maybe I shouldn't read some of those at times, just because sometimes it's a little bit... Look, I'm straight, sometimes it's a little ludicrous. But I respect everybody's opinion. Y'all should. 'Tis the world we live in. Everyone's allowed to speak their piece. But see, this area just hasn't been good for me. It used to be. I used to get them up on this ridge right here. Now, if I move down here, I'm probably gonna find some. I guess we'll go take a peek and we'll see what's happening. But sometimes, as of late, I had some on this side. Let's just go see. Shot a diamond elk on Layton. Nice. They're beautiful, aren't they? Exactly. Kindness above all things, man. It's all about being positive. And you catch more bees with honey. You do. Right? I can tell you when I'm reading comments and I see someone starting to complain, I go to the next comment. Because I don't want to get brought down. Right? But then when I see someone who actually thinks about how they're putting it across, yeah, they have an impact. New England Mountains is Connecticut, Vernon, New Hampshire. Not Canadian. No, it's not Canadian. Not at all. It's like Maine, right? The Appalachians, I believe. Appalachians, is that? No, we're not gonna find anything over here. I push all the way down, but we ain't gonna do that. But I got time for that. A little bit of pressure there. Let's just poke out here, work our way back. I'm leading up to check over there. It's always a good spot. Take back the bear drink zones between. So that was all part of a big rework. It's like a puzzle, getting everything to fit together so it all works well. we were seeing that, you know, too much action at once in one location was causing issues for some people in their systems. So that had to be addressed. It was a major issue that needed to be addressed for the longevity of the game. Because as we'd added more and more things had been changed and, you know, new features had come in, it needed a bit of love. So that's where that came from. I'll admit, I think it was easier to hunt them previously. It certainly was, but because they don't get there on time. They're always late, which most animals are. For some time, that's been going on. Some folks are just realizing that, but first, you know, there was a change made a while back of, you know, AI acting more, a little better. But as far as it's a tough one. It's a tough one because they're beautiful, great ones, right? And they're the hardest to get. It's also had another side to it that may not be easy to do anymore, but they really have sort of become known as, you know, that's like the hardest great one to get. And what an accomplishment when you do. Like, that's really amongst the core players in our community have really come to realize, man, you just got yourself a great one bear. That it's one of those moments, right? So yeah, it's not easy anymore. And honestly, if everyone thinks it deserves to be, you know, made easy again and needs a rework and such, then like keep that up in the Discord. Keep those going. Keep that voice going. I can tell you that I have certain shown our team that, you know, not many are saying, hey, this is way better. Although some have, not many. But it's about that balance, and it's about keeping things running right. And you know, we're always trying to create the best experience that we can. Because by that one move, you know, of that species being moved, it would have affected half a dozen other species on that map. So just as an example on why they do it. Right? Do you like the mountain lions? The creepy sounds of the wolves just make you want to run and hide. Do you think a great one every 13 kills is normal? Not at all. No. Not normal. Like, herd management's a thing, right? And it's kind of a mini game all of its own. You know, I don't like to take it to extremes myself. I just like it as a way to, hey, I got something nice that showed up today. But some folks do that. You know, some do. Took me 1,508 kills for your bear. Nice, Viking. Nice. Have I hunted on Kodiak Island? I have not. Oh my goodness, that would be a scary bloody process too. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I've been within a few hundred meters of a grizzly bear. Okay, a grizzly, and I'll tell you, that is unnerving. I don't particularly care to hunt bears. You know, I'll be honest. I once wounded a bear and had to track the damn thing into Pinewood Forest, okay? That's like something straight out of the old Disney. You remember, was it Snow White? Was it Snow White that go into that forest, that creepy looming forest? Everything's dead and faces everywhere, okay? Yeah, that's what a pine beetle forest is like. Everything's dead, is devoid of life. I had to track a damn thing. I tracked it right through into sunset. It was dark, and it was maybe 3 or 4 hours after dark when I got back to camp. We went out the next day, and there is nothing more nerve-wracking than a wounded bear. Yeah, what anybody says. Any news to add more variety in the red deer gray one? I think the red deer and the whitetail definitely needs some love, right? I think that's something that if we were able to. The thing is, they came out at a time, you've seen how we progress. And there's the trap. You want to get better with everything, and as you do, some things get left behind, right? But we have them. So do you take the time for the team members that need to work on that to go back and create a few new varieties? Or do they create a new great one on a map that's being worked on? Do you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. It's about that bandwidth. It's about being able to get things. What am I even doing? I never walk through like this. I'm so focused on chat. I should just be sitting on my couch in an entertaining jacket with coffee in my hand. We are civilized hunters. We need non-typical that aren't great ones. I would love that. I saw you deleted that. I would love that. I would love non-typicals in our game. Love the bear grind. See, and we get that back. Some people really do. Some people appreciate how difficult it became. Because let's face it, there's a lot in this game that it's I don't want to call it easy. But since scoring 1.0 is no longer a thing, we came to 2.0. It's not hard to land a lung shot. Even with a spin blindfold 180. Wait, a 180 is not going to work. What's that? Have a great one, Bear. She wakes up to me. Yeah. Oh, man. Mac is posting videos of a great one, Bear. Every 13 kills. That ain't no. Glad you agree. That's I don't know of a Mac who's in our creator program. Is that a Mac who's in chat? 24,000 kills in the Black Bear overall. Yeah, I hear that. The Black Bear grind. I mean, any great one grind can take you. Especially depends on how you're doing it, right? It can be just wild. Look at these guys coming in behind me. And they're like, oh, hey, well, there's still something going over here. I could shoot that. I should shoot that. Okay, fine. If he turns, he's just going to run now, right? I'm not going to get into that. Look at the light. It's so pretty. Today you are witnessing the white fur variant in its natural environment. Running from a crazed hunter. Does EW have any updates coming out? I cannot confirm nor deny that there is actually something pretty close. Pretty close. It's just a touch early. Just a touch. And we'll be having some fun with that. We'll definitely show you folks what's sneakily coming down the line, what exciting new plans there are for our game, and where we're gonna go from there. He's 200, so it's not huge, but we'll take it. Well, just because we're out of time, I just want to go see what's happening over here. I do 40 hours of work every week. What am I missing? I'm missing stuff. So next Tuesday announcement, I didn't say that. What up, K-Flow? Dude. Look, I am a terrible liar, so I've made a deal with myself. I will never lie. Especially when it comes to this stuff. So I'm straight about things. Just I'm confined by how we do things. So when we're at a point we can show you, and we are very close. We are very close. I wish I could tell you more, but it's just kind of how it works, right? You don't think you have 24,000 kills in all this game? I have way more than 24,000 kills in this game. If I were to count it would just be ridiculously stupid numbers. Yeah, have you ever gone and looked at how many animals you spooked? That's a fun stat. How many animals you spook? Because a lot of people just run in this game, right? And so you don't realize how many animals you're actually spooking while you're out moving around the reserves. It's kind of interesting. I'm just saying. If we have a map where he plays the deer, that won't ever happen, I'm sorry. Camels in Australia, emus update. Any more clues in this Call of the Wild? Is there any more clues in this Call of the Wild? What do you mean, J-Man? We're not doing clue hunts anymore, if that's what you're referring to. Can you give us a hint or I have nothing for you, I'm afraid, my friend. That I like my job. And were I to put out a leak that doesn't go with how every company in this industry lines up their release schedules, then I would be out of a job. Yes. Yeah, and you'd have someone might not even have these streams weekly anymore. I got nothing here. This is wild. This is wild. I have nothing at this lake right now. Sometimes a day rotation might fix that. Wow. This is my favorite spot. I'm so distraught. But that's just what happens. It's actually a good opportunity to point out the animals don't always return every day to the exact same spot and time. So kind of cool. I could change it, and they'll be here. They'll come in later. Actually, I see them coming in now. These guys are normally really punctual, too. So we do have a 4 coming down the hill. You just to do me in, right? There should be some coming in over here. But that's it. We're out of time, man. Strange stream today. Strange stream. I don't know. There must be. Is there a full moon? That's not our norm. That's not our norm. But nonetheless, we like to be as transparent as we possibly can and answer all types of questions, my friends. That's exactly what these weekly streams are designed for. It's a way for us to keep in touch and communicate and try and let you guys have a bit of a look as best as we can, somewhat behind the curtain, if that makes sense. We do this every single Tuesday, and we often change it up, change where we're hunting. Sometimes we have community type hunts and stuff. Sometimes we get to show you guys new things that are coming, and we definitely have some plans in the not too distant future. So make sure you hit that follow, you hit that subscribe. You do it with 2 hands if you gotta. Make sure to follow us across all of our socials and come and get involved in the Discord. We have literally set up the Discord as a place, a location for you to be able to voice all of your asks, your wants, your dreams, your concerns, Call of the Wild related. Almost opened the door for something terrible there. Nothing wrong on the internet. Nothing ever goes wrong there. Yeah. But definitely come and get involved. Get your voice in there, my friends. Thank you all for coming to hang out. Much respect from your bearded brother and everybody here on the Expansive Worlds team. Much love. Oh, and tomorrow we're out for a fish, so come and join us on the Angler. Same channel, different stream. Much love, my friends. Oh, goodness gracious. Did I hit the button? I did. We're batting 1,000. Don't forget to get out there and get those cosmetics while they last. Just a little fun way to give back to the community. Absolutely love it. Hope you guys enjoy them. Just real quick, moose. The fish in the angler will bite according to the time of day, not the light. We can talk more about that tomorrow.